Also, I heard you said I won't say the N-word back to you. You dared me. I ain't gotta say it back. My lady will say it for me. I got a down-ass chick. Michael Blackson, you punk ass.
Nigga.
Ho. Michael Blackson, you bitch ass.
Nigga.
God, I wish I could say it. Now maybe some dinner, baby.
Who are you talking to? Who you talking to like that?
No, I want to eat. I'm in gangster mode. Dinner.
It's not about you. It's about that black.
Gary Owen, Kenya Duke, getting divorced. Kenya Duke is asking for $44,000 a month. She got him. She got him to emotionally invest and got him to financially invest. She has executed the classic bait and switch. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the KnowONEcares channel. It's your boy, Troy. I appreciate you tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the divorce between Gary Owen and Kenya Duke. Now, I done a video about a month ago over the initial divorce decision that Kenya Duke made to break up with Gary Owen, and that video done a little bit over 5,000 views. Now, there was a comedian, Michael Blackson, that Gary Owen and Kenya Duke went back and forth in that video, and since Gary Owens is a white comedian, and Michael Blackson knew that he couldn't say the N-word. So Gary Owens had his wife say the N-word back to Michael Blackson. And they kind of went back and forth, joking on one another. And this made for a little comedy. So you guys can check that video out. But in that initial divorce, right, I called that one the bait and switch. I call this video the bait and switch part 2. Now, later in this video, I want to give you guys a little bit of information, a little bit of things like that you should look out for, things that you should notice, things that you should be ready for if you are going to get married. I don't recommend that, but if you are going to get married, you can't ignore what's going on in today's world with the divorce settlements, with relationships, period. You see Jeff Bezos, you see Bill Gates, you see Dr. Dre, you see these men getting taken for a lot of money. Now, they do have a ton of money, but most guys don't have that much money. So the less money you have as a man, the more the divorce will hurt you. And you can't be out here getting married, being all in your emotions and ignoring the dangers of marriage. You need to understand prenuptial agreements. You need to look into those things and investigate those things. But the reason why this video today is important is because Gary Owen's wife, estranged wife, Kenya Duke, demands spousal support to the amount of $44,000. Now, that's over $500,000 a month. Now, she does look like she got some good, I ain't gonna lie. But she don't look like she got $500,000 a year worth of good. That's for damn sure. What the hell is she going to buy with the $500,000 a year? Maybe some more weaves, maybe get a little bit plastic surgery, right? So she can try to attract another guy. I guarantee you she won't attract another Gary Owens, another guy of that stature, right? She won't attract a guy on that level at all. So let me read this right here. All right. Now, the divorce is still being processed, but Kenya Duke is demanding soon to be ex-husband Gary Owen to pay up $44,000 a month. Now, news of the divorce first broke on March 19th of this year. The latest report on their split involves the extent of the spousal support that Duke is demanding from the Think Like a Man actor. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Duke is requesting an amount of $44,000 a month. Duke alleges that her soon-to-be ex-husband has pockets that run deep, and she wants her share. In the same legal documents obtained by TMZ, Duke says that the amount of money she is asking for is the same amount he would deposit into her bank accounts to make credit card payments and any other personal expenses. Duke also claims that before they were separated, their income never fell below $100,000 a month despite the pandemic. In the same court documents, Duke alleges that their estimated monthly income was usually between $200,000 to $400,000 a month. That's a lot of cash, guys. She also states that Owen is successful because she had to put her career aspirations on hold in order to support him following his career goals. Wow. Wow. Now check this out. Check this out, guys. I'm going to read this next one because this is what's happening right now between the communication between Gary and Owen and Kenya Duke. Stay tuned because I'm going to get into a little bit of detail in a minute. Now, Gary Owens' estranged wife, Kenya Duke, is seeking $44,000 a month from the comedian in spousal support. According to court documents obtained by People, Duke, 46, initially filed for divorce in March and is now claiming that Owen, also 46, has since stopped supporting her and their 3 children, and he has not answered her text regarding their finances. While I was hoping to come to an amicable agreement with my husband, he has unfortunately left me with no choice but to file this RFO for support, Duke writes in the document. Gary and I have been married for over 17 years, 23 years ago. I left my promising career as an account manager to solely support Gary in his career. Now, come on, guys. I know her ass wasn't going to make $44,000 a month. Right? She's not that damn talented. Now, when it gets to situations like this, fellas, Gary Owens is not making the same amount of money that he usually makes because of the pandemic. All right? The pandemic has slowed down his income, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. That's the case. Now, Kenya Duke has picked a funny time to file for divorce. She filed for divorce when the money went down. When the money went down, then she filed for divorce. Now, the bait and switch tactic that a lot of women use, 8 out of 10 that are married, use this tactic. They get a man emotionally and financially invested in the marriage. And then over time, they start to complain, start to get bored, right? And they start to feel like they can get a better option. That's what happens. Now, pay attention, guys. Women practice hypergamy when they are certain in their minds that the man has peaked. When the man has peaked in his career, women will practice hypergamy. Now, if Gary Owens was still bringing in cash and bringing in even more cash, I don't think this divorce would have been happening. See, if he would have raised his cash up, if he would have had more movies, that would have canceled out hypergamy. But since his income has dropped, Kenya Duke feels that he has reached his peak, and now she wants to explore better options. Now, this is the same thing you see in Dr. Dre's marriage, right? His first, girlfriend that he was long-term relationship with, Michelle Toussaint, they were together for 6 years. But Michelle thought that Dr. Dre's death row contract was his peak. But it wasn't his peak. Dr. Dre's peak was the Beat headphones contract. That was Dr. Dre's peak. And you notice now that he signed that Beats headphone contract, now his present wife has filed for divorce. Are you guys noticing a pattern? Somewhat of a pattern here? When women feel like a man has peaked, they file for divorce. They tend to monkey branch. They tend to practice hypergamy. They tend to leave. Whichever they choose, however they choose, they tend to leave the relationships. Now, guys have to keep this type of information in their mind and understand that this is what goes on. No matter what a man thinks, no matter what anyone thinks, biologically, women want the strongest man possible, and they will always want the strongest man possible. They are full of shit for the most part. And when a guy has peaked, they will practice hypergamy. They will practice that. Now, some women will push a man away by reducing sex, by reducing intimacy, right? By showing some disrespect to a man. A lot of women will push a man away, right? And make him break off the relationship. But most women will break off relationships. 8 out of 10 will file for the divorces. That's why I call this the classic bait and switch. That's what we have going on in the Gary Owen and Kenya Duke situation. Now, we have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. If the sex started reducing and Gary Owen wanted to get out and fulfill his sexual desires, we don't know that. We don't know all the details in this relationship. But what we do know is Kenya Duke filed for divorce when the pandemic started. We do know that Kenya Duke is asking for $44,000 a month in spousal support, which is over $500,000 a year. Hey guys, everything may be good and happy in the beginning of the relationship. Everything may be happy and good and cool in the beginning of a marriage. But beware of female nature. Get you a prenuptial agreement. Understand it is what it is. The only way that you can keep a woman under control, right, is to control her with what she's afraid of and reward her with what drives her. I appreciate you tuning in today. Comment, like, subscribe to the No One Cares channel. Until you change your mindset, no one cares. But just know one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. I'm out.